Yo, welcome to my bando. The dough don't work. Come on in.
What's going on with you now, Rashad?
Oh man, we just got this triplex under contract. Worst house in the best neighborhood. This is real estate 101. This is what you want to look for. This is the most fucked up house on a great block right in front of the park. So a lot of people get scared of stuff like this, but I don't. As long as the numbers work, you know, it's really not a problem for me. Foundation is horrible. The roof, this is gonna need new everything. New plumbing, new electrical, new foundation, new roof, new reconfiguration. I guess my man had a weight bench in there. He had a weight room. Check him out. He was getting his workout on. Holes all through the ceiling. You know, once again, this type of stuff don't scare me as long as the numbers make sense. You know, everything that's broken can be fixed. You know, like a small fire over there. Watch the cobwebs.
So I have another question for you. How many homes like this do you normally go for?
I go for whatever makes sense, man. You know, I try not to make real estate investing calculus. I try not to overthink it. What I buy it for versus what I got to put on it. Am I comfortable with the spread versus the time it's gonna take me to complete it? Like, I try not to make it hard.
So is this an easy fixer-upper?
No, this is not an easy fixer-upper. This is gonna take a little elbow grease. This is gonna take a little grit. This house this building has been abandoned. You know, it's holes all in the ceiling, holes all in the floor. It's been sitting, it's been rotten. You know, it's just been neglected. This is not a paint carpet flip. This is gonna take 4 or 5 months to complete. And I'm talking about 4 or 5 months of daily grind, getting after it every day. You know, once again, holes in the roof, holes in the ceiling, but all this shit getting demoed anyway. We stripping this down to the studs. Then we lifting the house up on the foundation and fixing the foundation.
So what makes this property special? Because I do remember in one of your previous videos that you said you wanted to focus on paint carpet flips.
Yeah, paint carpet flips. But this is a buy and hold. I flip singles, I hold multifamily. So this is a whole different ball game.
And why do you hold multifamilies?
Long term. You know, I'm creating cash flow, generational wealth over time. You know, so I'm flipping the singles. That's just my philosophy, my investment philosophy. I'm flipping the singles, I'm holding the multifamilies. Once again, another hole in the ceiling. You know, somebody lives upstairs, believe it or not. I hope he got insurance.
So when are you gonna start making sure that this property is starting to look like what it should be looking like?
We close in 2 weeks. So we close on this property in 2 weeks, and once we close, you know, we'll start heading up the renovations and everything.
Okay. And how much do you expect the renovation cost to be?
Anywhere from 100 on a good day to 150, the max, 150. So I bought it for 130. Let's say I'm all in for 150. So I'm all in at 280. The ARV is 400,000. I got a $120,000 spread. And let's say even if we have a $20,000 contingency for stuff unknown, now we still got a $100,000 spread. So that makes sense to me because once again, this is the worst house on the best block. We got a park right across the street. We're adding an additional unit, a tiny house on the back with a courtyard. So we're going to make this property the highest and best use. We're keeping it a 3-unit, but we're going to also add a tiny house, which makes for 4 incomes coming in.
Wow, that's amazing. So I smell mold. What are you planning on doing with that? Are you going to break down the whole building and rebuild it, or are you just going to renovate?
Well, the thing about mold is, the way to stop mold is, when it's mold, it's moisture. So it's moisture because the roof is bad. It's been raining in here, and it's made the sheetrock cave in. So once we stop the water, we can stop the mold. Once we strip everything down, demo everything, everything's coming down. One of my people was here saying, "Hey, let's keep the walls." Like, no, all this shit's coming down. It's gonna be like a brand new house when we finish with it. This property right here, I consider this the legacy property, because this is one of the properties you want to keep in your portfolio for years to come. You know, it's like I said, it's the ugliest house on one of the better blocks. And once we bring it up to code, it's gonna be well worth it. It's worth $400,000 now. And mind you, this particular building has 800 more square feet than that house next door. So we have more square footage. It'll be renovated. It'll be income producing. The park, I could throw a rock. The park is right there. You're gonna have your own little park right here, a little gazebo area. I mean, you really cannot lose, you know, especially with the concept that I'm bringing. I'm not just keeping it 3 units. This is going to be $400,000 if once I renovate this. This is the 150 in renovations. The tiny house is extra. That's going to be bringing in another $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 a month. So, which brings the whole property value up. But like I said, man, this is a home run deal. The ARV minimum is 400. I'm actually shooting for 500, you know. Because if I can get $1,500 per unit, that takes me to a $450,000 price point, you know, with the 1% rule. I mean, all appraisals don't go on that, but that just give me a good gauge, a good rule of thumb. And plus, that's not even counting the tiny house we put on the back. That's going to be bringing in an additional $1,100, $1,200, $1,300, or we can Airbnb the tiny house. So we got a lot of options. And right here, look right here, before I let y'all go, these trees will be gone. That brick will be gone. We're turning this into a courtyard. So this will be a park in itself. Even with the park right there, you'll have a sense of community right here. You know, so the person with the tiny house still feels some sort of sense of, you know, community right here. So that's what we're doing. If you got any questions, like I said, comment below and get at me. See you at the next one.